and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kick it off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Clemson's offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
On third down, he drops to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So TCU's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you start to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Dalton. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Just dismissing tackles. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Riggs. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Shakes off the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Horned Frogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Running into the open space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Quick spin on the line. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
He makes the grab.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dalton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Broussard. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Clemson is quick to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The give out of the gun. He breaks the tackle. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Jones. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. Back midfield, he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. The short hands, it's Riggs. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Snagged out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Slips away. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Great job by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the outside. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Clemson jumps to the line. To the air on second down. Fires complete on the crosser. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do.
Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return. But what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Riggs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Catch in the middle. It's Dalton. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Got his man downfield. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. At the 40, there he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line, it's Smith. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the pressure. Got his man to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll go right back to it. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run to the left. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He slides that just inside the right upright. That puts them on top here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 22 over Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Catch in the middle, it's Broussard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's got it on the right. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Unloads quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Got it! Touchdown, Clemson! They've got the lead here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Dalton. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground with the counter. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback making adjustments. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Ford. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, And that's why that one fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Red pass, it's complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Behind the chains now on second and long. Give as they work on that clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out. They're